Hello, my beautiful fragrance family. Dustin here, fragrance fan. Go ahead and do me a solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification. And I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews. That $40-ish and under dollar range, and most of these are way less than that. And a good number of these you can find at your local rack stores. The one I got for you today, I did a first impressions on it not very long ago at all. Gave it several wearings, full wearings, and yeah, I've been passing it up a million times at the rack store. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into Calvin Klein's Eternity Flame. I like that color of the juice. Pretty clean looking bottle. I like it. And the atomizer, the squirter itself, squirts out a nice amount of juice. Very wide, fine distribution, while not just being fine, but actually pumping out some volume, a good amount of juice out of this thing. So, I wasn't too far off on the notes when I was doing my first impression, but there's notes that are not in this thing anywhere, and I'm not going to retract from what I said. So, if you didn't see it, this has pineapple up top. I didn't realize that until I look at the notes, and it does make sense because there is a bit of fruity sweetness from this thing. It's quite a sweet fragrance, but at the same time, it's a little bit fresher and more tropical than I expected. It's not as dark of a juice as I thought. With the name Flame and with the color of the juice, I thought that maybe it was going to be a bit warmer. Now, don't get me wrong. This is a spicy oriental style fragrance because I thought there was some kind of cinnamon in there and a green note like rosemary or something. And I was correct when I said rosemary because that is the heart of this fragrance. While in the base, there is labdanum, amber, and some like leather notes and stuff like that. And overall, you're going to get a fairly sweet, good spicy, like nice fresh spicy, somewhat bright, fresh fragrance. It's more geared towards the cooler weather, so I'm not going to say this is a summer fragrance. It's just not as heavy as I thought it was going to be. It's quite enjoyable. If I had to compare this to something, it kind of reminds me of Guess Homme Noir. Just a little bit. Guess Homme Noir has a nice crisp green apple note and stuff like that. This has like pineapple, so there is its differences, but the body of the fragrance is quite similar. Like the amount of spice and that same cinnamon accord I get from both of those. If you don't know, Guess Homme Noir is kind of like Paco Rabanne 1 Million with a twist. So this is in that same vein. It doesn't smell just like Paco Rabanne 1 Million or anything like that, but it's kind of in that category a little bit. So overall, it is a nice smelling fragrance. I think that pretty much any age can enjoy this. Anywhere from the youth to the more mature, because it's not challenging and it's not too playful, it's not too sweet or anything like that. I think that this thing has just a hint of class. So I think that pretty much anybody could enjoy this fragrance. It's a good gift idea. It's a nice, cooler weather scent. Longevity on this is slightly above average because I applied this thing at like 10:30 today. Went out and I was doing my work and stuff, and I talked to a potential client, and it was like 3:30 in the afternoon, and he said, "You smell way too good to be out here trimming trees." And this is what I was wearing. So he smelled that thing. He's like, "But you got sawdust on you, so I don't know what's going on there." And I was like, "Yeah, I wear fragrances every day." And this is what I was wearing. So it projects enough for people to smell. It's a compliment style fragrance because it's kind of crowd pleasing as far as a spicy, warmer, it's not so warm, but as far as a spicy, sweet fragrance goes, this is kind of crowd pleasing. And like I said, longevity overall is about 6.5 hours. Good projection for maybe an hour and a half. Nothing mind blowing, but just about average there. But you're left with a nice scent bubble for hours on down. And yeah, that was like 5 hours later and somebody was able to still smell me. So overall, it's a good smelling, decent fragrance. It's like a 6.5 out of 10, which is a solid rating. And I really, really, really like the way that it smells. It's something I'm going to reach for a lot because it's a good dumb reach, to be honest with you. It's not like you don't want to reach for your nicest fragrance to go like just out doing whatever kind of chores you might have for the day. This is a good one for that. Just like my Guess Homme Noir is a good one for that. Just a nice dumb reach, good smelling overall fragrance that is just going to work in a casual type of a setting. And I'd say this is office friendly as well, because it's going to be universally liked by most people. So yeah, overall, fresh, spicy, oriental, mostly good side of the sweet things. It's not real sharp. There is a bit of sharpness to it, but it's not like real sharp or anything like that. It's mildly powdery, mildly creamy. It's mostly just fresh, or mostly sweet, fruity, spicy, sweet amber and stuff like that in this. So that's my final thoughts on Calvin Klein's Eternity Flame. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always. And until next time.